If you're running a discovery and then pitching, you're doing it backwards. Most salespeople think a discovery call is just about gathering information so that they can present a solution. Wrong. The discovery call actually is the close. If you do it properly, they've already closed themselves before you ever even have to ask. Stay with me here. I'm going to show you exactly how to pre-close a prospect using nothing but questions. Let's get into it. What is up, my friends? My name is Garrett. All my friends call me G Money. And if you're new here, I have closed millions of dollars online across real estate, coaching, and all kinds of different offers. And one thing that I have learned is that the person asking the questions is in control of the conversation. Look, I used to make the same mistake that everybody does. I'd run a 20-minute discovery call, gather some information, get excited, then go into my pitch, and then they hit me with, well, let me think about it. I was doing all the work. I was convincing them. That's exhausting, and it just doesn't work. So I flipped the script. I stopped pitching, and I started pre-closing with questions. And that's exactly what I'm gonna teach you here today. By the end of this video, you're gonna have the 3-part call flow that I use to get prospects to pre-close themselves. So stick around because I'm breaking down the questions, the psychology, and all of the traps to avoid. Now let's talk about what most reps do wrong. Mistake number 1, they ask surface level questions. What are you struggling with? What are your goals? Cool. That tells you nothing about urgency, budget, or decision-making control. Mistake number 2, they don't quantify the pain. If you don't know what the problem is costing them, you can't create urgency. And without urgency, you're just another option that they're gonna think about. Mistake number 3, they pitch too early. They gather a little info, get excited, and jump straight into, oh, here's what we do. Now you're in convince mode. You're trying to sell them when they should be selling themselves. Here's the truth. A great discovery call makes a pitch unnecessary. If they're not already leaning in and truly interested in your solution by the time you're done with your questions, then you're doing it all wrong. And your pitch won't save you. All right, so here's the framework, 3 steps that I do on every sales call. First of all, we have quantifying the cost. You need to clarify exactly what it's costing them, not just emotionally, financially. Time, money, opportunity. What is it costing them? Here are some of my go-to questions. How long has this been an issue? How much is this costing you each month in lost revenue? What's it costing you in time, hours per week? And in 90 days, if nothing changes here, what happens? That last one right there, this is where the magic happens. You're actually getting them to out loud verbalize and quantify the cost of inaction, of doing nothing. We want them to think about what it's really going to cost them. Let's say they tell you, all right, I'm losing 10K a month because my sales team can't close. Now you have a number. Now you can create urgency. And here's the real kicker. You didn't convince them. They convinced themselves. Next up, you need to isolate the decision maker. You need to know that the person that you're talking to is the one who can actually make the decision. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. Here's how I handle it. Is there anyone else that needs to be a part of this decision? Walk me through your buying process. What happens after this call? And let me ask you this. If you love what I show you today, are you ready to move forward, or is there another step that needs to happen? If they say, I need to talk to my business partner, or, oh, I have to ask my wife or husband, now you've got a problem. You need to make sure that person is on the next call or be prepared for a longer sales cycle. Don't waste time presenting to somebody who can't even buy. Isolate the decision maker early on or just walk away. Now, this is the closer right here. This is where they pre-close themselves. Here's one of the magic questions that you can use. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how urgent is this for you to take care of right now? If they say 8, 9, or 10, you're golden. They're ready to buy. You're going to lock them down. If they say 5, 6, or 7, you need to go all the way back to part 1 and dig deeper on what it's actually costing them because they're not feeling enough pain yet. If they say 3 or 4, don't even waste your time. Just thank them for their time and move on. They're not ready, so don't waste your energy trying to convince somebody who's never going to buy. Now, do you see what just happened when they answer that question? You didn't pitch, you didn't convince, you used questions, and now you know exactly where they stand. All right, y'all, let's recap real quick. We got 3 parts. Number 1, qualify the cost. Let them know how much it's costing them and make them feel the pain. Part 2, isolate decision makers. Don't waste time with gatekeepers. And part 3, let them self-diagnose. Have them tell you how important it is. Do these 3 things, and by the time you get to your pitch, they're already going to be nodding along. You're not convincing, you're confirming. Now, here's the biggest mistake that I see reps make, even when they know this framework: talking too much. Listen, if you're talking more than 30% of the time on a discovery call, you're talking too much. Your job is to ask questions and listen. Let them talk, let them vent, let them sell themselves on why they need to solve this problem. The more that they talk, the more that they reveal. And the more that they reveal, the easier your close gets. Ask the hard question and then shut up. Let them sit in it. That is where the gold is at. All right, here's what I want you to do. Go run this framework on your next call. We're going to identify costs, isolate decision makers, and get the self-diagnosis, and watch how much easier your close gets. Second, if you want the full breakdown of all the questions that you can use on your discovery call to hit every possible touch point and close all the deals that you can, be sure to join Closer Circle. The link is down below in the bio. We have weekly trainings, daily videos, all kinds of courses for you, and guaranteed placement in a high-ticket sales role so you can get to making money as soon as you can. And in the meantime, I'm G Money. Keep watching these videos, guys. Hit subscribe, share with a friend if you found any value at all. And until next time, I'm out.